Why, hello everybody, welcome, my name is Rubydung, welcome to today's episode. As you can see, I'm over here at the main base, and I am heading over here to the side because I've built a very small thing, because I'm wanting to celebrate a thing all the way over here. I'm heading over to my celebration cannon, and I built something behind it. Officially, I have hit 100 subscribers, so in order to do so, I'm just going to fire off this cannon just the one time. Firing this off, and... oh, nope. I want to back up a little bit for this. I want to get a good scene. Alright, let's see if I can hit this button. Whoop. Nope. A little high. Little high, I still think. Oh, there it is. Woo! 100 subs! Yay! So, now that I've done that, I'm also approaching episode 200 very rapidly. I believe this is 97 episode, well, 197 to be exact, not just 97. I've lost 100 episodes, I know. But yes, I'm approaching episode 200 very rapidly, and I want to get some work done around here in order for the tour to be, like, more showy, more stuff that's complete, I guess. So, I am going through and I am completing at least a couple of things that are around here for that, and for that, I've completed... well, not completed, but I've worked on some stuff here last episode, and as, if you've watched last episode, you can see I put in some more wood on this spiral here. So, this spiral previously was just slabs. I've now put wood for walling, so I now have that going all the way around and up there. So, when I actually head up in this direction, you'll be able to see that I actually have a trim. Hopefully, as the episode goes along, I'll be able to put more of this in. This isn't exactly one of, like, the most important pieces of the base, but it's, like, one of the most incomplete. So, I'm kind of wanting to get at least this section, presentable, because whenever 200 comes around, I don't want this area to just look disgusting and then that be immortalized in episode 200, because 200 is kind of an important milestone. So I'm wanting to at least get all of this nice and finished up. So I'm going to do a little bit of work on this, and I will be back with you guys hopefully with more of the actual spiral done. Speaking of the spiral actually being done, there is a second part of it that also needs work done on it, in which case is the branch off. So as I head off in this direction, you'll also be able to see a second part that I'm also willing to consider working on for this, which is going up here and turning. We will be approaching, well, entering the villager area. So what I'm wanting to do is, as you can see, this area is extremely barren and short. Like if I head over here, this little wall over here doesn't even remotely come close to capping off the actual brick ceiling over there. So I'm wanting to extend this up a little bit more and then decorate this area around here. Like, just for example, there's tons of struts down here below here, so I might wind up pulling those up and then kind of decorating the area from here. Either way, I'm going to work on both of that a little bit and then be back with you guys what I'm thinking. Alright, I've been doing some construction here, and I've done a little bit of work around. I need to grab some soup. But I decided to go through and put in the stilts, and I also built up some of the walls here. Not very many of them. I mostly just wanted to stick to the actual platforming between, but I got all the stilts in. Well, not all of them. Most of the stilts, like 90% of the stilts. I have enough wood to put in more stilts if I need be. But as I go through here, the only stilts I'm missing are on this side, just because I don't know how I'm going to implement it into this room yet. I could just have the stilts go all the way through to the ground, or I could just have the stilts dead end at some stop period, but I'm not sure yet, so I'm not going to put them in until I come up with what I'm going to do. But I put in all of the stilts so far, excluding just one side, but as you can see, it goes all the way around here, so that means I can begin extending the walls up and around, so that way I can begin that. There's a mushroom up here. I don't know how he got up here, but he's been very nice, making sure that I can heal up from taking fall damage. But as I continue to go all the way around here, the only other thing that I did not finish, for extension-wise, is going to wind up being over on this side. I didn't put in the stilts for this area yet, simply because I just didn't do it. That's no real complex reasoning, I just didn't do it. But, I do plan on doing that relatively soon, but as I travel all the way up here, I also did a little bit of work up here, not much, but I'm going to show it to you nonetheless. I moved some stilts all the way up here. So these are the stilts that go underneath. So let me cut down here. These are these stilts that go underneath the base. I extended them all the way up, and they now stop all the way up here. So that means I can extend this area's roof to go all the way up. That means I can go over here and bust out some of the walls here and put in some windows. I think that would look a lot better, especially if I extend some stuff up. I do obviously have to put some stilts in still. That one's one shy. Boop, like that. But either way, I think this is already looking a lot better, but I think with this, I can definitely decorate this area to be a lot more room-like, opposed to just kind of a flat open thing, because originally this area was just supposed to be filled with doors. Like, you were never supposed to see it unless you want to interact with the villagers, but like there was no reason to do that back then because villagers couldn't trade. So it was just this massive area that was supposed to be filled with villagers, and now I'm needing to redesign it. So yeah, redesigns. But either way, now that I have this nice and finished, also there was one thing over here that really annoyed me. I wonder if you can tell what it is. There's a stilt right in front of this door, and it annoys me so heavily. I hate it. I don't know why. It's irrational, but I hate the stilt in front of this door. Ugh, so annoying. So I'm probably just going to wind up tearing out this area. I think this is... yeah, this is this stuff. Ooh. I'm probably just going to wind up tearing this out now because of how much I hate it. So that way it's opened up more, and there's more of just a doorway going on. Also, I can tear this out now. I'm just so angry at it. I just want to destroy it. Oh, shoot. Good thing I'm wearing feather falling. Alright, I've done some more construction, as you can see here. I've actually put in some of the cells. As you can see, it goes all the way around here. So I now officially have walling for almost the entirety of this little walkway here. Obviously, I'm still going to need glass, I'm still going to need bookshelves. This thing is not supposed to be here. I'm just kind of running up here and making sure everything is nice and in place, but I now have all of this nice and constructed. So, with all of this now nice and done, I still need to put a roof in, so I'm probably going to wind up doing that. I'm not sure yet. Absolutely, probably before the 200th episode. Might make sure not to look at his face. But as I also run up here, I can also show you I did this direction as well. So I haven't put the stilts in. Still haven't quite done that. Not yet. But I did put in all of the walling for this. So this now goes all the way up to the actual villagers now. Once again, nothing really changed up here. I do need to increase the size of the walls up here still. So still need to do that, but all the stilts are still in. I haven't gotten rid of those, so that's all still nice and perfectly fine. But running all the way back down here, the actual lower level down here is just going to be going all the way up and around. So, with all of that now nice and set, I also want to hop out this window and show you a little bit more of the stilts I put in. The stilts do go all the way from the ocean all the way up. I do need to technically build them like a few blocks taller so it connects through all the way up there. But yeah, that's not going to be too much of an issue because it's literally just me going over here and hopping up on top of a log and then building up and then hopping down, walking over to the next log, hopping up, then jumping down. It's not that much of a problem. It's just something I now have to do. But yeah, as I head all the way up here, you're going to be seeing all of the walls are nice and constructed, going all the way up to the higher level. Now, why did I do all this? Well, just because it was completely open. I almost never use the stairway. I have a water pool that goes all the way up here in multiple areas, and that stair is a significantly longer walk than this, but it's an area of the base that I built forever ago, and I want to finish it. So, I'm not just going to leave that completely unfinished. Come on, it's 200 episodes coming up. I have to have stuff finished. But yeah, there's still a couple of other things I want to finish. For example, this entire abomination. I want to get this wrapped up. Like, egads, that is disgusting. It annoys me so badly. I want to get that all finished up and nice and wrapped. But with all that nice and said, that's probably going to wind up doing it for today's episode. I also need to sort out my food issue up here because there's no mushrooms, and ugh, it's so hard to find a mushroom. I'm probably going to wind up getting close to starving running all the way to the next one. Oh man, this is so annoying. But either way, with all that said, this is probably going to be doing it for today's episode. I'd like to thank everyone for 100 subscribers. I'm so happy to finally hit this milestone. Yeah, it's exciting. It's always good to see numbers increase. But with all that said, guys, that's probably going to be doing it for today's episode. If you guys want to see me do anything in particular in my series, then be sure to tell me. I always love hearing your guys' ideas of things I should do, things you guys like. But yeah, with all of that now nice and said, that's going to be doing it for today's episode. I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to see me do anything in particular, be sure to tell me. And I'll see you guys here in the next one. So long. See ya. Bye.